What if I told you that the future of the ATF might look completely different, and not everyone is happy about it? Imagine an agency at the center of America's fiercest gun debates, now on the verge of having a new leader handpicked by Donald Trump. This decision could reshape the ATF, challenge the current administration's policies, and redefine Second Amendment rights for years to come. But is Trump's rumored pick the right person for the job? Today, we're going to unravel the controversy, the candidates, and what this shakeup could mean for gun owners like you and me. Welcome back, everyone. If you're here, you care about the Second Amendment and staying informed about what's happening in the firearms world. And trust me, today's topic is one you don't want to miss. We're diving deep into a critical issue that's making waves in gun rights circles: Trump's rumored choice for the new ATF director. You've probably heard about the backlash, the speculation, and the debate surrounding Blake Masters and other potential candidates. But what does it all mean for us? I followed the ATF's actions and Trump's policies for years, and I know firsthand how decisions like these can ripple across our community. So I want to hear from you. Who do you think should lead the ATF? Blake Masters, Mark Lamb, or someone entirely different? Let me know in the comments below as we break this down together. The ATF has been no stranger to controversy, especially in recent years. Under the Biden administration, Steve Dettelbach took the reins as director in 2022. He's claimed victories, like a reported drop in violent crime and modernizing firearm regulations. But his tenure has been divisive. Gun rights advocates have criticized Dettelbach for advancing gun control policies they see as overreach, like stricter rules on ghost guns and devices that convert pistols into short-barreled rifles. Dettelbach has defended these actions, pointing to their role in crime reduction. Now, with Trump set to take office, he's vowed to overhaul the ATF entirely. His criticism of Dettelbach has been blunt, labeling him a radical gun grabber during his campaign. The big question is, who will replace him? Trump's choice will signal the direction he wants to take with the ATF. It's not just about leadership, it's about trust, accountability, and what role the ATF should, or shouldn't, play in regulating firearms. Let's dive into the names being floated for the top job. At the center of this debate is Blake Masters. You might recognize his name from his high-profile but unsuccessful campaigns for Congress and Senate in Arizona. Masters is a staunch Trump ally, and reports suggest he's already met with Trump's transition team about leading the ATF. Masters has been vocal about his conservative values and support for the Second Amendment, but not everyone is sold on his qualifications. Critics, even within the Republican Party, point to his political losses and question whether he's the right fit for such a critical role. One campaign consultant from Arizona even said, "Masters is not the kind of leader gun owners can trust with power over firearms regulation." If not Masters, another name making waves is Sheriff Mark Lamb. Lamb is known for his strong stance on constitutional rights and resistance to government overreach. During the pandemic, he openly defied COVID-19 restrictions, earning him praise from many conservatives. Some argue he'd bring a law enforcement perspective to the ATF that's rooted in protecting freedoms rather than imposing restrictions. So the question becomes, should Trump prioritize loyalty and political alignment with Masters? Or does experience and a proven track record like Lamb's make for a better choice? Both have their strengths, but the stakes couldn't be higher for gun owners nationwide. Let's take a closer look at Steve Dettelbach's time as ATF director. Appointed by President Biden in 2022, Dettelbach has painted his tenure as a success, highlighting a 10% drop in violent crime during the first half of 2024 compared to the previous year. He's credited the ATF's initiatives like identifying violent offenders and providing local law enforcement with real-time leads on gun crimes. But for many gun rights advocates, his record tells a different story. Dettelbach has been a key figure in advancing regulations on ghost guns and devices that convert pistols into short-barreled rifles. Critics argue these policies target law-abiding gun owners more than criminals. Dettelbach's leadership has also been marred by high-profile incidents, such as a controversial no-knock warrant that resulted in the death of an airport executive in Little Rock. These events have only fueled concerns about the ATF's tactics and its role in enforcing gun laws. Congress has taken notice too. They've already slashed $50 million from the ATF's budget, and further cuts could be on the horizon under Republican control. Dettelbach himself has warned that these reductions could hinder the agency's ability to support law enforcement and trace firearms. For Trump, Dettelbach's legacy represents everything he wants to undo. The question is, can his replacement truly restore trust in the ATF, or will it be more of the same? Trump's plans for the ATF have been clear. He wants change, and he wants it fast. During his campaign, he repeatedly criticized Dettelbach and the Biden administration's approach to gun regulation. He's promised to reverse many of the ATF's recent actions, but what does that actually mean? For starters, Trump has called out what he sees as overreach in the agency's rules on ghost guns and pistol braces. His campaign speeches often included strong language about protecting the Second Amendment and reining in federal agencies he believes have strayed too far from their intended purpose. Appointing a new director is the first step in this process. Trump's pick will need to navigate a tricky landscape, balancing the expectations of gun rights advocates with the practicalities of leading a federal agency under intense scrutiny. There's also the issue of public perception. The ATF's credibility has taken a hit in recent years, and whoever steps into the role will need to rebuild trust, not just with gun owners, but with the broader public. This isn't just about leadership, it's about setting a tone for how the ATF operates under Trump's presidency. Will it be an agency that respects constitutional rights while maintaining public safety, or will the same controversies persist under a different name at the top? Here's where I stand. The ATF needs a leader who can strike the right balance. On one hand, the agency has a role to play in ensuring public safety, but on the other, it must respect the rights of law-abiding gun owners, a balance that's been sorely lacking in recent years. Blake Masters is an intriguing choice. His alignment with Trump's vision is clear, and his commitment to conservative values resonates with many. But his lack of experience in law enforcement or regulatory roles makes me hesitant. Leading the ATF isn't just about loyalty, it's about competence. Sheriff Mark Lamb, on the other hand, brings practical experience and a track record of standing up for constitutional rights. If Trump is serious about reforming the ATF, someone like Lamb might have the credibility to make real changes while earning the trust of gun owners. Ultimately, this decision will shape how the ATF operates for years to come. It's not just about the policies, it's about the principles. We need a director who understands that protecting the Second Amendment isn't optional, it's fundamental. This is a pivotal moment for gun owners and Second Amendment advocates. Trump's choice for ATF director will send a clear message about his priorities and vision for the agency. Personally, I think this is an opportunity to reset the ATF's trajectory. Whether it's Blake Masters, Mark Lamb, or someone else entirely, the right leader could help restore trust in an agency that many of us feel has lost its way. What do you think? Who should Trump pick for this critical role? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to hear your take on this. And if you found this discussion helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of gun rights advocates. Together, we can stay informed and continue fighting for the freedoms that matter most. As always, stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.